Question is t minus 1 all divided by 5 is equal to 3 over 2. So we've got two different denominators. So first step when you see this sort of situation is to find a common multiple and then use that to get rid of your denominator so you're not dealing with fraction form. So we're going to find a common multiple of 5 and 2, and if we list the multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, and for 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we'll notice that 10 is common in both lists. So this is like finding a common denominator, but we're actually not using it as a denominator, we're using it to get rid of the denominator. So we're going to use the number 10. And to do that, we're going to multiply both sides by 10. By doing that, 10 divided by 5 becomes 2. So this becomes 2 times t minus 1. So 2 times t minus 1. On the right side, 10 times this. Well, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So then this becomes 5 times 3, or 15. So now we've got 2 times t minus 1. We're going to have to use the distributive property here to clean this up. And then we've got 15 on the right-hand side. So 2 times t is the first term, and then 2 times 1 is the second term, and we're subtracting. So this becomes 2t minus 2, and that's still equal to 15. So the next step, to get the t by itself, we'll get rid of this subtracting 2. The opposite of subtract is add, so we're going to add 2 to both sides at this point. So then 2 minus 2 becomes 0, leaving us with just the 2t on the left. 15 plus 2 is 17 on the right. So 2 times t, the opposite of times is divide, so we're going to divide both sides by 2. So 17 divided by 2 on the right, and 2t divided by 2 on the left. 2 divided by 2 is just 1, so that leaves us with 1t, or t. 17 over 2, well, we can leave that in fraction form like that if we wish. 2 doesn't actually go into 17 evenly. Now, as a solution, I'm not real happy with an improper fraction. I would prefer to see it as a mixed number. 2 goes into 17 8 times with 1 remainder. So 8.5 is what I would like to see as your solution. However, when checking your answer, you're going to want to use the improper fraction anyway. So check your answer, original left side, original right side. Wherever there's a t, substitute in your calculated value of 17 over 2, and then solve it. So 17 over 2 minus 1 divided by 5 is what the new left side looks like. So 17 over 2 minus 1, so that's like 1 over 1. We need to have a common denominator in order to do a subtraction. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2.
Call the office, please.
I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 2 on this fraction so that we can do the subtraction. So now we have a common denominator. 17 minus 2 becomes 15. So we have 15 over 2, and this divided by 5 is still hanging on outside as well. So 15 divided by 2. Dividing by 5, that's like dividing by 5 over 1. So to do that, you can turn it into multiplication and then take the reciprocal of 5 over 1, which is 1 over 5. So now we're multiplying by 1/5 instead. 15 times 1 is 15. 2 times 5 is 10. Now, in lowest terms, both of these are divisible by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Now, 3/2 on the left, 3/2 on the right. Both sides match, so we know that we've got a confirmed correct answer, where t is equal to 17.5 or 8.5. So that's the process there. A couple of key things: finding a common multiple to get rid of the denominator, then using the distributive property, and then simplifying from there to get to your solution. So, one more show you know. Give it a go.